These 3 nighttime habits will transform your body while you sleep. Have you ever gone to bed frustrated because you spent the whole day trying to control your eating, exercised, drank water, followed every tip you found on the internet? But when you looked in the mirror before lying down, your belly was still there, stubborn, as if mocking all your efforts. You are not alone in this silent struggle that happens every night when you lie down and feel that tightness in your stomach. Not from hunger, but from disappointment with yourself. Thousands of people live with this same anguish, wondering why it seems so impossible to lose that abdominal fat that refuses to go away, no matter what they do during the day. The truth the weight loss industry does not want you to know is that your body burns more fat at night than during the day, especially in the abdominal area, but only if you know exactly what to do in the 3 hours before going to sleep. After studying the habits of hundreds of people who managed to eliminate belly fat for good, I discovered that they all did 3 specific things before bed. 3 simple rituals that literally reprogrammed their bodies to use the night as the most powerful fat-burning period. In today's video, I will reveal these 3 nighttime habits that can turn your nights of frustration into nights of real transformation. And the third habit is so surprising that it can speed up your results by up to 300%, using a natural hormone your body produces only during deep sleep. So stay until the end, because this may be the information you were missing to finally wake up with that flatter belly you want so much. Before we start, I need to ask you an honest question. How many times have you looked in the mirror and not recognized the person you were seeing? How many times have you avoided family photos, social gatherings, or even buying new clothes because you felt uncomfortable with your body? I know this can be a difficult, even painful subject for many of you, and maybe you have never really shared how this affects you emotionally. The truth is that carrying this weight in silence only makes the journey harder. Leave a comment. What is your biggest challenge with weight loss? It may be food anxiety, lack of time to take care of yourself, a slow metabolism, or anything else that is making your transformation difficult. Now let's go to the first nighttime habit that can transform your nights. But first, quickly check if you are already subscribed to the channel, because in the next few weeks, I will reveal even more advanced strategies about weight loss. And I guarantee you will not want to miss any of these videos that may be the key to your definitive transformation. The first nighttime habit that can revolutionize your abdominal fat burning during sleep is something you have probably heard of, but never knew how to do correctly to maximize your results. I am talking about the strategic consumption of cinnamon tea with a pinch of turmeric, taken exactly 1.5 hours before lying down. But here is the secret few people know. It is not just any cinnamon tea at any time that will work. Cinnamon contains a compound called cinnamaldehyde, which has the unique ability to activate a specific protein in fat tissue called thermogenin, especially during the nighttime period when body temperature naturally decreases. When you consume cinnamon at the right time before sleeping, you are literally turning on the switch of nighttime thermogenesis, a process where your body burns calories to generate heat. And guess where that energy comes from? Directly from fat deposits, mainly from the abdominal region. Turmeric, in turn, contains curcumin, a powerful anti-inflammatory that not only enhances the effects of cinnamon, but also regulates nighttime cortisol levels, the stress hormone that, when elevated at night, stimulates the accumulation of fat specifically in the belly. To prepare this transformative tea, you will boil 200 milliliters of water, add 1 teaspoon of good quality cinnamon powder, let it boil for 2 minutes, turn off the heat, add a small pinch of turmeric powder, and let it steep for 5 minutes. The ideal moment to drink it is exactly 90 minutes before bed, because this is the time needed for the active compounds to be absorbed and start working when you enter deep sleep. Many people make the mistake of drinking this tea too close to bedtime or too early, missing the window of opportunity to maximize nighttime fat burning. During the first week, you may not feel a significant difference, but from the second week on, people start reporting that they wake up with a less bloated belly and, by measuring their waist, confirm reductions of 2 to 4 centimeters in just 15 days. Research shows that cinnamon can increase the basal metabolic rate by up to 20% during the 6 hours after consumption, and when this happens during sleep, all this metabolic increase translates into pure fat burning, since there is no food intake to provide immediate energy. Turmeric, in addition to enhancing this effect, also improves sleep quality, and we know that people who sleep better have higher levels of growth hormone, which is released mainly during deep sleep and has a direct lipolytic effect. That is, it breaks down fat molecules to be used as energy. For people with diabetes or prediabetes, this habit is even more beneficial since cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar levels during the night, preventing insulin spikes that would encourage abdominal fat storage. If you have high blood pressure, you can consume it normally, as both cinnamon and turmeric have properties that help regulate blood pressure. The only contraindication is for people taking anticoagulants, as turmeric can enhance the effect of these medications. So in this case, use cinnamon only. The second nighttime habit that can transform your abdominal fat burning is a specific breathing technique that should be done lying in bed 5 minutes before falling asleep, and that activates the parasympathetic nervous system in a way that literally programs your body to burn fat throughout the night. This technique is called modified 4-7-8 breathing for nighttime fat burning, and it works because when you consciously control your breathing in a specific way, you are sending direct signals to the hypothalamus, the region of the brain responsible for controlling metabolism, body temperature, and the release of hormones related to weight loss. Traditional 4-7-8 breathing is already known to reduce cortisol and improve sleep quality, but the modified version I will teach you now includes specific abdominal contractions that directly stimulate blood circulation in the abdominal region, increasing tissue oxygenation and accelerating the process of lipolysis, which is the breakdown of fat molecules. Here is exactly how to do it. Lie comfortably in your bed. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly to feel the breathing movements. Inhale through your nose, counting to 4, feeling your belly fully expand, but here is the difference. During this inhalation, gently contract the deep abdominal muscles as if pulling your navel toward your spine. Hold your breath counting to 7, maintaining the abdominal contraction, and during that time, visualize the oxygen going directly to the fat cells in your belly, preparing them to be burned during the night. Exhale through your mouth counting to 8, making a soft shh sound. And during this exhalation, completely relax the abdominal muscles and visualize the fat literally dissolving and being eliminated from your body. Repeat this cycle for a full 5 minutes, always keeping your focus on the abdominal region. What happens scientifically during this technique is fascinating. Controlled breathing activates the vagus nerve, which is responsible for optimizing digestive and metabolic function during sleep. The abdominal contractions stimulate lymphatic circulation, which is responsible for eliminating toxins and metabolic byproducts from fat cells. Visualization, as simple as it may seem, activates regions of the brain that unconsciously control metabolism, creating a mental programming that directly influences the physical processes of fat burning. Neuroscience studies show that targeted visualization can increase metabolic activity in specific regions of the body by up to 15%. And when this is done consistently before sleep, it creates a neurological programming that remains active throughout the entire sleep period. People who practice this technique religiously for 30 days report not only significant reduction in waist measurement, but also improvement in sleep quality, reduction in nighttime anxiety, and an overall sense of well-being upon waking. The key to success with this technique is consistency and quality of execution. In the first few days, you may feel a little dizzy. This is normal because your body is adapting to the increased oxygenation. If this happens, reduce the time of each breathing phase until you fully adapt. After 2 weeks of consistent practice, you can increase the time of the technique to 7 minutes, and after a month, to 10 minutes. Many people make the mistake of doing this breathing too quickly or without really focusing on the abdominal region, losing much of the benefits. Remember, quality is more important than quantity. It is better to do 5 minutes with full concentration and correct technique than 15 minutes in a distracted way. During the technique, if thoughts about the day or worries appear, gently acknowledge them and bring the focus back to the breathing and the visualization of fat being eliminated. This is a sacred moment of your day, dedicated exclusively to your body transformation. Did you already know this modified breathing technique? Do you usually do any kind of breathing exercise before sleeping? Write in the comments if you have already tried breathing techniques for weight loss, or if you know someone who achieved results with similar methods. I also want to know, what is your biggest challenge at bedtime? Is it anxiety, racing thoughts, or something related to your body that bothers you? The third and most powerful nighttime habit that can accelerate your abdominal fat burning by up to 300% is something that will surprise you with its simplicity, but very few few people know and apply it correctly. I am talking about the strategic consumption of magnesium glycinate combined with controlled cold exposure, a combination that creates the perfect environment for maximum fat-burning activation during deep sleep. Magnesium glycinate is not just any type of magnesium. It is a specific form where magnesium is bound to the amino acid glycine, creating a unique synergy that not only dramatically improves sleep quality, but also regulates more than 300 enzymatic reactions in the body related to fat metabolism. When you consume magnesium glycinate approximately 2 hours before sleeping, you are preparing your body to enter what scientists call optimized nighttime fat burning mode, where all metabolic processes align to use fat as the primary source of energy. The glycine present in this compound has a special function that few people know. It is one of the amino acids responsible for the natural production of growth hormone during sleep, and this hormone has a direct lipolytic effect, especially on visceral abdominal fat, the one that accumulates around internal organs and is the most dangerous for health. In addition, glycine improves insulin sensitivity during the night, preventing any residual carbohydrate from being converted into fat and ensuring that your body maintains a metabolic state favorable to fat burning. The ideal dose is 400 to 600 milligrams of magnesium glycinate, taken with a glass of warm water 2 hours before bed. You can find this supplement in pharmacies or natural product stores, and the investment is worth every penny for the results you will see. Now, here comes the part that enhances all of this: controlled cold exposure before going to sleep. Many people think that taking a hot shower before bed is relaxing, and it really is. But if the goal is to burn abdominal fat during the night, a slightly cold shower in the last 2 minutes may be the difference you were looking for. When you expose your body to lower temperatures for a short period, you activate a process called adaptive thermogenesis, where your body increases heat production by burning calories, mainly from fat sources. The secret lies in the timing and intensity. It does not need to be an ice-cold shower that causes extreme discomfort, just water at a temperature that makes you feel a light shiver for about 2 minutes. This is enough to activate brown adipose tissue, a special type of fat in our body whose only function is to burn other fats to produce heat. The combination of these two elements, magnesium glycinate and controlled cold exposure, creates a perfect hormonal environment for nighttime fat burning. Magnesium prepares your nervous system for deep, restorative sleep, while cold exposure activates your thermogenesis systems. During sleep, especially in the first 4 hours when growth hormone levels are at their peak, your body will be in a metabolic state, optimized to break down and use fat as energy. People who apply this combination report surprising results. They wake up with less abdominal bloating, feel more energetic in the morning, and over a few weeks, notice a significant reduction in waist circumference. What is most interesting is that unlike other weight loss strategies that can leave you hungry or tired, this approach improves your energy and overall well-being because you are working with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. To apply this strategy most effectively, take magnesium glycinate 2 hours before your planned bedtime, along with the cinnamon and turmeric tea I mentioned in the first habit. 1 hour before bedtime, take your normal shower, but in the last 2 minutes gradually lower the water temperature until you feel a light shiver, staying that way for a full 2 minutes. When leaving the shower, dry off normally, put on comfortable clothes, and do the breathing technique I taught in the second habit. This sequence creates a powerful synergy where each element enhances the other, resulting in a night of sleep that becomes an intense abdominal fat-burning session. During the first few days, you may feel that you are sleeping more deeply and waking up more rested. From the second week, it is common to start noticing visible physical differences, and after a month of consistent application, the results are usually evident not only to you, but also to those around you who notice the transformation in your body. It is important to mention that some people may be sensitive to magnesium, causing a mild laxative effect initially. If this happens, start with a smaller dose, about 200 milligrams, and gradually increase until you reach the ideal dose. As for cold exposure, people with heart problems should consult a doctor before applying this technique, as sudden temperature changes can momentarily affect blood pressure. For pregnant women, magnesium glycinate is generally safe, but cold exposure should be avoided. The most important thing is to listen to your body and make adjustments as necessary, always remembering that consistency is more important than perfection. Now, let's move on to the extra tips that will enhance your results even more. But before that, it looks like you still have not left your like on this video. This is very important for YouTube to continue recommending this content that can transform the lives of thousands of people who are struggling with the same problem as you. Your like helps the algorithm understand that this video really works and is worth recommending to those who need it. Now that you know the 3 most powerful nighttime habits to burn abdominal fat during sleep, I want to share how to combine them all strategically to maximize your results. The key is in the sequence and correct timing of each element. 3 hours before going to sleep, stop eating any solid food, allowing your digestive system to prepare for the nighttime fasting period. 2 hours before bed, prepare and consume the cinnamon and turmeric tea along with the magnesium glycinate. 1 hour before bed, take your shower, finishing with 2 minutes of colder water. 30 minutes before going to sleep, lie down in bed and do the modified 4-7-8 breathing technique for 5 to 10 minutes. This sequence creates a hormonal and metabolic cascade that optimizes your body to burn fat throughout the entire night. During the first 2 weeks, be patient and consistent. Your body is adapting to new metabolic patterns, and the most evident results usually start to appear from the 3rd week. Many people give up too early because they expect immediate results, but remember that you are creating deep changes in how your body processes fat during sleep, and this takes time to fully establish. Keep a simple record of your progress, measuring your waist once a week, always at the same time and under the same conditions. Take weekly photos to track visual changes, as we often notice differences in photos that we do not see in the daily mirror. Combine these nighttime habits with smart food choices during the day. It is not necessary to follow restrictive diets or eliminate food groups, but prioritize foods that support your goals. Lean proteins, fiber-rich vegetables, healthy fats such as avocado and nuts, and complex carbohydrates in the first meals of the day. Avoid refined sugars and ultra-processed foods, especially in the 6 hours before bedtime, as they can interfere with sleep quality and nighttime fat-burning processes. Hydrate properly during the day, but reduce fluid intake 2 hours before bed to avoid sleep interruptions. Physical activity, even light, tremendously enhances the effects of these nighttime habits. A 20-minute walk in the morning or late afternoon can increase your insulin sensitivity and improve sleep quality, creating even more favorable conditions for nighttime fat burning. You do not need to join a gym or do intense exercises. Simple movements like stretching, climbing stairs, or dancing to your favorite music already make a significant difference when combined with the nighttime habits I shared. Remember that chronic stress is one of the biggest enemies of abdominal fat burning, as it keeps cortisol levels elevated, especially at night. In addition to the habits I taught, try to incorporate stress-reducing practices during the day. Meditation, reading, talking to friends, or any activity that brings you pleasure and relaxation. A calm mind creates the ideal conditions for a body that burns fat efficiently during sleep. I want to share with you a few more secrets that can further enhance the results of the 3 nighttime habits I just taught. A question I constantly receive in the comments is, what can I eat during the day to support these nighttime habits? The truth is that there are some specific foods that work as catalysts for nighttime fat burning when consumed at the right times during the day. The first of these foods is avocado, but not in any form. When you consume half an avocado in the mid-afternoon, between 3 and 4 o'clock, you are providing your body with monounsaturated fats that will be used at night for the production of hormones related to fat burning. Avocado contains a significant amount of potassium, which works in synergy with the magnesium glycinate you will take before bed, creating a perfect electrolyte balance that optimizes muscle and metabolic function during sleep. Another food that can transform your results is purple sweet potato, consumed at lunch in small amounts. Unlike regular sweet potato, the purple variety contains anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that improve insulin sensitivity and regulate blood sugar levels more steadily throughout the day. This means that when you get to the evening, your body will be in a more favorable metabolic state to burn fat instead of storing energy. The ideal amount is about 100 grams of boiled or baked purple sweet potato, preferably accompanied by a lean protein such as chicken breast or fish. A secret that few know is the power of chia seeds when consumed at breakfast. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds soaked overnight in water or plant-based milk, consumed first thing in the morning, create a feeling of satiety that lasts until late afternoon, avoiding hunger attacks that sabotage so many people. But most importantly, chia seeds are rich in tryptophan, an amino acid precursor of serotonin and later melatonin. This means that by consuming chia in the morning, you are preparing your body to produce higher quality melatonin at night, enhancing both sleep and nighttime fat-burning processes. Now let me tell you about a mistake that 90% of people make, and that completely sabotages the results of nighttime habits. This mistake is so common that you are probably making it too without realizing it. I am talking about consuming any type of liquid that contains sugar, even if it is natural, in the 6 hours before bedtime. This includes natural juices, coconut water, teas sweetened with honey, and even very sweet fruits like mango or grapes. When you consume sugar, even natural sugar, in the hours leading up to sleep, you are creating insulin spikes that completely block the production of growth hormone at night. Remember, growth hormone is your greatest ally in burning abdominal fat during sleep, and it is only released in significant amounts when insulin levels are low and stable. To maximize growth hormone production during the night, in addition to the 3 habits I taught, there is a specific nutritional strategy I call the SMART fasting window. This does not mean doing strict intermittent fasting, but rather stopping solid food consumption 3 hours before sleep and caloric liquids 2 hours before sleep. During those 3 hours, you can only consume water, unsweetened teas, or the cinnamon and turmeric tea I mentioned. This strategy allows your digestive system to enter rest mode, directing all the body's energy to repair processes and fat burning during sleep. Another factor that can dramatically accelerate your results is the temperature of your room at night. Research shows that people who sleep in environments with temperatures between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius burn up to 30% more calories during sleep than those who sleep in warmer environments. This happens because, just like cold exposure in the shower, sleeping in a cooler environment activates brown adipose tissue and forces your body to burn calories to maintain the ideal body temperature. If you do not have air conditioning, you can use a fan directed indirectly at you. Keep the windows open at night, or wear lighter clothes to sleep. I also want to address a very common question. What if I wake up hungry during the night? First, it is important to understand that the sensation of nighttime hunger is usually not real hunger, but rather an imbalance in the hormones that regulate appetite, mainly ghrelin and leptin. When you consistently apply the 3 nighttime habits I taught, especially the consumption of magnesium glycinate, these hormones naturally balance out, and nighttime awakenings with hunger tend to decrease significantly. However, if this still happens in the first weeks, always keep a glass of warm water prepared on your bedside table. Many times, what we interpret as nighttime hunger is actually thirst or mild dehydration. A fundamental aspect that I cannot fail to mention is the importance of stress management for the success of nighttime habits. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is the biggest enemy of abdominal fat burning, especially at night. When you are stressed, anxious, or worried at bedtime, cortisol levels remain elevated, blocking the production of growth hormone and favoring fat accumulation in the abdominal area. That is why, in addition to the breathing technique I taught, I recommend that you create a mental decompression ritual in the 2 hours before sleep. This may include reading something relaxing, listening to soft music, having a calm conversation with loved ones, or even writing in a journal 3 things you are grateful for that day. For those who work night shifts or have irregular schedules, the habits can be adapted. The important thing is to maintain the sequence and relative timing between them, regardless of the actual time you go to sleep. If you go to bed at 6 in the morning, for example, apply the cinnamon and turmeric tea at 4:30, the cold water shower at 5:30, and the breathing technique at 5:50. The human body is extremely adaptable, and the metabolic benefits of nighttime habits work regardless of the specific time, as long as you maintain consistency. Finally, I want to talk about realistic expectations and how to monitor your progress intelligently. In the first 7 days, the main benefit you should notice is an improvement in sleep quality and a feeling of waking up more rested. Between the second and third week, it is common to start noticing reduced abdominal bloating and a sense that clothes are becoming looser around the waist. From the first month, physical changes become more evident, and this is the moment when I recommend taking new measurements and photos to compare with the beginning. Remember that abdominal fat, especially visceral fat, is the most resistant, but it is also the one that brings the greatest health benefits when eliminated. Now I want to propose a special challenge for you who have made it this far and are truly determined to transform your body. The 7 Nights Challenge. Starting today, for a full week, you will apply at least 2 of the 3 habits I taught in this video every night. It could be the cinnamon and turmeric tea plus the breathing technique, or the magnesium with cold exposure, or any combination that works best for you. On the 7th day, come back here in the comments and write, "I completed the 7-day challenge," followed by how you felt, what changes you noticed, which habit was the easiest, and which was the most challenging. Do you accept this challenge? Write, "I accept the challenge" in the comments right now, and let's start this transformation together. If this video made you realize that there are simple yet powerful strategies you did not know about to accelerate your abdominal fat burning, leave a like so that more people can discover this transformative information. In the comments, share which of the 3 nighttime habits caught your attention the most and which you are most excited to start applying today. I want to know about your journey, your questions, your achievements, because your experience can inspire thousands of other people who are watching this video and feeling the way you felt at the beginning, hopeful but still unsure if they will really succeed. Start tonight, because every night you let pass without applying these habits is a lost opportunity to wake up a little closer to the body you deserve to have. You have already taken the first step by watching this video to the end. Now it is time to take the second step and put into practice what you have learned. I believe in you and in your potential for transformation. See you in the next video.